Now to kind of bring this full circle now back to Minnesota-based stuff, little good news, and we've talked about it last week about how the NHL really wants to resume their season. I know Gary Bettman went publicly saying he does not like have any thoughts on literally suspending or canceling the rest of the season, I should say. Like he wants to play at some point this summer, finish up the season in like July or August. And the thing is, Kirill Kaprisov, the big Russian all-star who wants to play, or we want to get and sign here for the Wild.
Led the KHL in goals scored. Yep. Led the KHL
by
in
like
points
a
scored.
lot.
Yeah.
Yes. By a landslide. Led the KHL.
Michael Russo of The Athletic is reporting that he wants to play here, and he wants to play right away because I think after May 1st he can technically sign here, and if the season does continue in July or August, he could potentially play. Now I don't think it's for sure right now that they would let players.
He would probably need an exception by the league, right?
I think they would need an exception by the league. I think that's what they're saying, because I don't think as of right now there's a rule stating that they would allow players that if they do start up in July or August, let players that couldn't play during the fall or during the winter and come in and play if the season continues. But if he wants to play. That would be huge if literally we had the 2019-20 season got suspended and then we resume it for whatever, and then he's on the team with Fiala and we don't have to wait till next season. That would be so fun, and that's really good news to hear.
Let me ask you guys this, because this is actually a really important question. As Minnesota Wild fans, what would we rather have? Would we rather – because he's going to obviously sign a rookie deal, right, which is going to mean he's going to be signed to us 3 years at a very minimal price. Would we really want him to play at like 5 games, however many regular season games in the playoffs and burn a whole year of that, and burn a whole year of his contract? Or do we want to save it and have 3 years of him being on essentially a superstar on our team for 3 years,
for guaranteed 3
really,
years.
really cheap, and we have more money to sign other players? So it's like, is it worth it to burn that year? Do you think the Minnesota Wild have enough potential with him being added to make a cup run?
Yeah, see, that's the thing too, and the question, probably not, because he's still going to have to just come into the league. It's a new league. He's going to be good, I think. All stats show it, especially in the KHL, playing against better players. But he's still going to have to adjust to the league. It's not that it doesn't matter if he's going to be good or not. I just don't. He'll still need to adjust, and throwing him in like that might not be worth that. But I think the biggest news out of this, what I'm so excited about, is just tells me he wants to play here. He wants to sign with the Wild.
I would
he wants to play here.
I would say, my vote would be just because of, I mean, it's not like the whole team would improve with having him on. The goaltending situation is still a complete mess. And there's kind of some other fronts that the Wild need help with. And personally, I don't think that they have the legs to make it to the Stanley Cup. So in my personal opinion, I think it'd be best to have him start next year and give him, the off season to work with the team and to kind of develop
whatever off season.
And also, I think the most exciting thing about doing this whole, NHL playoffs in the summer is that, like, the stage is almost equal for everyone, because all these players, I mean, they've been probably training and doing some practicing indoors, but they haven't been able to skate as a team in however many weeks, because they're not allowed to. Too many people in the rink is it's a safety threat for the pandemic, and everyone's going to come out of the gate like rusty, or it's going to be interesting to see what teams can pick up the pieces fast enough to be good. So, but also, so much could happen, which is why I don't think it'd be smart to bring him in just for that, with just so many risks and so many variables.
Well, exactly. Because I mean, if the season does resume at this point, it won't be till at least July, or August, and at that point, the next season will just be a couple months away. At that point, either a short off season or if they whatever. Might as well just hold him. I think it's just a cool story that I think it just shows. I think the good news, like I mentioned, this just shows that he wants to play. He's ready to play in the NHL, and he wants to sign with us. So,
well, and to counter your guys' points, I do agree with you, but I'm just going to be the devil's advocate. To be the devil's advocate, because I'd rather have him come in next year and not waste that year right up front. But to counter your guys' point, the KHL is widely accepted to be the second best league in the world. He's playing with grown men. He's not playing with a bunch of 23 or 22-year-olds, right? Even though he is that age, he's playing with grown men, and he's dominating left and right. Who knows? He could have an immediate impact. I want to actually do another honorable mention for Twitter Idiot of the Week. A few weeks ago, we posted a post, and it was pretty much along the lines of, I can't wait for Kaprizov and Fiala to play together. And this person's like, yeah, too bad that'll never happen. And I remember responding, be like, why? And he's like, because they're both left wings. And I don't think this person ever played hockey.
Anything to do with anything.
The wing position, like if you can play left wing, you can fucking play right wing, right? Like the wing position it does not matter because you can pretty much switch them out interchangeably. The only time it really matters is on the breakout and what hand the defenseman has to pass to. That's when it really only matters.
So he really thinks that the Wild GM didn't see that crucial flaw when he recruited Kirill Kaprisov. He really thinks that the Wild think that's an actual issue and they completely missed it. Dude, you're a fucking idiot. Delete your Twitter. You don't deserve to have a Twitter account.
We can't sign him. We can't sign him.
We tweeted about this. We tweeted about this when the league was still going on, right? And he had the balls to tweet that they're not going to play together before the Wild even have hired their official coach. They still have their interim coach, Dean Evanson, right? So it's funny. It's like that person is going ahead and making some really bold calls. But I just want to make another point, too, about the Wild. If we can get rid of Dubnyk next year, get rid of his salary, and Stalock is signed for 2 more years after this year, like $700,000. And he, I think, has solidified himself this year as a number one goalie. He can be a
starting goalie.
So we can have him for super cheap, plus Kaprizov for super cheap. The amount of salary cap that's going to open up for us with really solid players is actually, like, I'm really starting to look forward to the Minnesota Wild's future.
Yeah,
Speaking
me
of,
too. It looks good.
Read the Mathman's blog on the rise of Stalock. That's a good blog.
Yep. Really good blog.
That's good. He cursed on. He really cussed at Star Wars. Pissed about that. No, not really. But yeah, I gave him crap for it because he. But no, that was a great blog. He makes excellent points. Honestly, go to www.10000takesmn.com. Read that blog, and he talks about Stalock and his stats and everything about how he should be the number one guy and why he should be the number one guy here, especially. So yeah, check that out.